Yeah, look, I think after the December period, from the free agent signings and the trade for Chris, I think the baseline was we're a playoff team. How far we were going to go was going to depend on a lot of factors. Some seeding, some how we finished the season, some health. But I think winning a playoff series was a nice step. But I think that's the baseline. And I think every decision we make going forward is how do we make sure next year we're still playing at this point? I think the goal is to be one of the elite 4 teams in the league, be competing for a championship every year. And like I said before, Mrs. Sterling's dedicated unlimited resources to this, and it's our job to make sure that we fulfill that obligation by putting a championship caliber roster on the floor.
How far are you from your analysis at this point from getting to that top 4?
Look, we've got a good core. I think the core pieces are there. We have the 2 building blocks with Chris and Blake. We did a little bit of this on the fly, but the guys we added all stayed in their lane and did what we asked. And I think going forward, it's more making sure we have the right question. What is it we need to surround Chris and Blake with to best complement their skill level?
So
but we're close.
What do you need to surround Chris and Blake with to complement their skill level?
Look, I think that, we got exposed a little bit with our size at the 2. I think we need to get, more of a traditional 2 guard, one that can guard size with a post game. We're going to need to add a 3rd big that can stretch the floor. I think we became a little bit predictable late in the season. We were such a power team. We were kind of playing hockey at times, throwing up on the glass and trying to go get it. So I think our 3rd big has got to be someone that can play with both Blake and DJ, step away from the hoop with Blake, play with DeAndre, someone that can facilitate. We can run some stuff through the high post. We'll address those, via trade, via free agency. But, the nice thing was playing 2 separate series. Memphis played 1 game. Like I said, it was a rugby match. And, we won that one. We got into a chess match with San Antonio and we lost. So, it gives us a window into where our strengths and weaknesses are, and, we'll shore them up.
Speaking of playing chess, who's the guy playing chess? Who's the coach next year?
See, this is Rob Reichland. Did he not have this conversation with you?
You're
there you go.
You can answer the question.
No, that's not what we're here to talk about. Look, coaching contracts, GM contracts, trainers contracts, that's not today. Look, you guys are here. We had a really good season. There's 15 great guys in that locker room dividing up playoff shares for the first time in a long time. And, this is their day. I want them to take a little bit of a victory lap, enjoy the fact that we made a hell of a run and had the best record in franchise history and advanced to the playoffs for only the 3rd time. All that other stuff will sort itself out. It'll be fine.
How do you feel about the job that he did?
You said last week or in Memphis that you said, come talk to me 5 minutes after our last game and I'll tell you whether Vinny will be back. So.
Well, I was lying. I think we deserve the same courtesy that everybody else gets. I think the Chicago Bulls took about 2 weeks. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference. I think that Larry Drew got his option picked up a few days afterwards. And look, we're gonna let it breathe for a little bit. Vinny and I decided. Look, my contract, Vinny's contract, the trainer's contract, Gary Sachs's contract. Those will all work itself out. But like I said, we didn't want to blow you guys off today. But today is not about that. Today is about the players and the future of the franchise as far as what we need to do to build a championship roster. And, Vinny, I think Vinny did a great job. And that's as far as I'm going to go today, just because we really want to make this about the team. It's about the team, the players, and what the organization was able to accomplish. And as far as individual contractual situations, like I said, we got plenty of time to sort those.